Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go do it. Because what the world needs is people who come alive. Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what you can do to come alive within it. And ask what comes from the heart and go do it. Because as a world, it needs people who come alive. And this quote comes from Howard Thurman. Now, I provide this on a Motivational Monday because if we look at today's world and what we do on our own, just with ourselves, right? Because as we prepare for 2023, we're here. We're weeks away from coming into the new year. But what makes us tick? What's in our heart that makes us love what we do as far as practitioners? Now, keep in mind, I typically talk with IT asset managers, software asset managers, configuration managers, and maybe you have a different talent. Maybe you're in contract management. Maybe you're around procurement. Maybe you're around looking more the logistics of how you're dealing with some of the inventory. That's great. But at heart, what makes you really love what you do? And I bring that up because we get so stuck in the rut of all the other minutiae. We get all this noise, but it's not what we enjoy. Are you like that? I know a couple of weeks ago I was. And I was talking about, I think in one of my previous Motivational Mondays, I had a job offer, right? It was right there, make it happen. I could have done really well in it. I did. But there was something about it just didn't fit right for me. And it was just a gut instinct. So I went back to the director I was talking to in that interview, and it's like, let's chat a little bit because it's just not sitting well with the conversation. Trust me, it was a nice offer, nice job opportunity, et cetera, but it wasn't for me. And I realized that because it did not make me tick. That building teams, et cetera, absolutely. That's what I do. That's what I thrive on. But there are additional dynamics within that role that was not going to make me successful, not make me enjoy what I wanted to do. Why would I do such a thing? Well, I'll give an example. So earlier this year, I did have a job opportunity. I was working on a contract really well. I could have kept it going forever, et cetera. But it didn't work out. It didn't work out because there was a dynamic, again, that just didn't fit well. And I figured out really well. Was I providing value? Over delivering? Absolutely. Was I providing the organization context, being able to connect with their customers in a way they never thought about? Absolutely, because that's what I do. But that wasn't the focus of my manager. In that case, it was a managerial breakdown, 100%. Again, it wasn't what I really wanted to do and come alive. I did a lot of things and learned a lot in a very short period of time. But I also learned my manager was not helping me excel. I tried my best to work through it and move forward. It just wasn't going to happen. But that happens. But I also figured out what made me alive. And this is it. This community is it. Working around peers to help you grow. I'll give an example. So in the past few weeks, I've talked with several practitioners in our world. Several practitioners, and just reach out and feel free. If you want to reach out to me, feel free. DM me and we'll have a chat. I'm totally cool with it. But they asked for help. They were part of other communities. It just wasn't helping them. And after 30 to 45 minutes, they go, wow, I never thought about this. I never thought about how to move forward. And the part I never realized, and I had another advisor communicate to me recently. It's like, Bill, you're really good at that. All I'm doing is talking. I'm not trying to diminish the value I had in that conversation, a tremendous amount. But for me, it's native. That's my point. Do what you really, really, really enjoy. If it's not a fit, that's okay. Move forward. I cannot stress that nearly enough. Because keep in mind why I'm doing this. It's because as a speaker of presentations, and I've been a conference speaker for now over 20 years, Yeah, it's hard to believe. It's over 20 years being in front of people, motivating them, et cetera. But what I found out was walking out the door from my presentations, which we had a very interactive discussion, always really good, positive feedback, et cetera, which is great. Walked out the door, everybody was lost. They didn't know what to do, how to go forward, et cetera. And I said, no way. That's not fair. That's not fair to the industry. And that was an industry conference. It was not fair to the industry that practitioners were feeling lost. That was not fair to the practitioners for feeling lost, even though they were coming to this paid conference. It was not fair to the others that were there that really did not know what to do next. That's the whole idea, how to grow. We all have a facility. We all have a way to do it. Mine's about team building. That's my thrive. Maybe yours is process. Maybe you love working with the data and day in, day out. Maybe you like to do a combination of both. Maybe you like to do licensing. I'm not diminishing. Or maybe it's configuration and application management and you're working with configuration manager and that's how you're doing with it. That's awesome. Don't diminish the value. If anything, promote it. And also identify what you don't like to do. It's okay. Some managers aren't going to like it, but if you know what you like to do, know what you're really good at and what you're not, you have to make a determination. Are you going to grow and learn something new, or are you good enough? It's okay to be good enough. That's what you're going to do. See, I'm not that. I'd go crazy after such a period of time. But being able to move yourself forward, that's the inspirational part. That helps find your mojo. It's an American term, but your mojo. What drives you to go that next step? And that's what happened in those conversations. I recently had a conversation with someone, literally, he'd been in his job for 6 months. 6 months, ready to quit his job, ready to go. I'm not going to express the name, but it doesn't matter. After 6 months, he found he wasn't going anywhere. After a simple conversation, and I'm not trying to diminish the value of that conversation because he said it was extremely powerful. After a short conversation, he goes, thank you. And thank you from the perspective of I allowed him to think differently about his role, how he could grow from it. That's the part we usually miss. We get so stuck in the day in, day out. We don't think about how can we grow from this experience? We're all challenged, myself included, 1,000%. I cannot express that nearly enough, but I'm here for you. 100% here for you because that's what it's all about. So as you think about this Motivation Monday in this message, again, don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and just do it. Go for it. Make it happen. And if there's something I can do for any reason, reach out. Reach out. That's what it's all about. And feel free to come to have a discussion at any point in time, and we'll determine the next steps. We'll determine a very short period of time. If I can't help you, trust me, I'll tell you that too, 1,000%. Because do I know it all? I don't. But can I help you connect the dots? I can. I'm pretty good at it, so I've been told. What drives you today? And that's the final part. Kind of harped on that part, but it's important. It's extremely important because I want you to enjoy your role. I want you to thoroughly thrive in your role. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't be challenged. You do need to be challenged, but for the right reasons. So if there's something you're being challenged and it's like, oh, how can I connect the dots? Reach out to me, 100%. I'm there for you. Let's see what you can do. See what we can do for you. And let's have fun. Because at the end of the day, if you're not having fun, we need to figure out some way you can have fun. Because to me, asset management, keep in mind, I've been doing asset management for 30 years. From that initial communication, say, okay, here's a new task, and being overwhelmed and figuring it out, to helping hundreds of people around the globe. Feel free to reach out if there's anything I can ever do. I look forward to following up with you and seeing you. And most importantly, figure out what drives you. And maybe asset management is not for you, software asset management, or even configuration management. That's okay too. But figure out what that is so you can enjoy what you do. Don't do just a job, do the grind. That's my suggestion as we pour into this holiday weekend or holiday time of the year, end of the year, coming into 2023. Thanks for all you do. If there's anything I can do, feel free to reach out. I look forward to it, and you have yourself a great day.